Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking all about cosplay and kind of what I am thinking about doing for my next cosplay. So I have a couple ideas, so I figured I'd chat with you guys and maybe sketch a little bit and talk about what goes into planning a cosplay. So let's hop right on into it. Alrighty, so first one is, hopefully you can see the top, is Anna from Shaman King. Let me know down below if you know what that is. I grew up with this show when I was young and watching it on Channel 5, all the Saturday morning cartoons, and she is very, very basic. She's a shaman and she's like a main character in this anime. And I was thinking about doing her because, one, I love the anime, it's nostalgic to me, and it's a very, very simple costume. It's just essentially a black dress and a red scarf, and then she has these red and black sandals with her blue beads. So it's a very, very simple costume, and I think I could do it. So that is one option. I was going to do something very elaborate, and I will show you what I'm thinking about doing probably for next Katsukan. I feel like I need like a full year to like experiment. This was what I was thinking about doing before for the convention coming up. Chats from my boyfriend. I think it's going to be a little bit too complicated. Alright, sorry. I hit my do not disturb, so hopefully it doesn't flash on the screen again. But this is a character called Hatsune Miku, and she is a Vocaloid character, and essentially this character is like kind of this one is made up, but it's actually like there's concerts for her where she's like projected on stage. It's really, really cool. I've always wanted to go to one of her concerts, but this specific outfit is based off of a game called Phantasy Star, and that game is kind of like an RPG actiony kind of game, and you can complete quests, and they're all based on being in space and going to different planets. So this outfit is based off that game, and so I love the game and I love her, so I figured I would do this costume. But it is, as you can see, it's got a lot of details, and I'm thinking about making a lot of these shapes out of foam, and I've never really worked with foam, so I don't want to stress myself out because it's in June and we're in March, and I know with doing overtime that I probably won't have enough time to finish this. So I think I'm still going to work on it little by little and like experiment, but I won't rush myself to make it happen by June. So that's why I'm thinking about doing maybe a couple of smaller cosplays. So I'm definitely thinking about doing Anna because that's very simple and basic. It's just a black flare dress. So all I would really need is black fabric, red fabric for her scarf on her head, and then the shoes I can probably order. The beads I can probably order and make, and then there's also like a red tassel on her beads. So that's pretty much it. So probably will do her. And then another character that I'm thinking about doing that's pretty simple is Elizabeth from Seven Deadly Sins. I showed you this figure that my friend Robert got me for Katsukan, so I'm thinking about doing this one because it's I'm thinking about doing a lot of like simple cosplays that I can kind of walk in. Not that Sakura from Cardcaptor isn't easy to walk in, but I have to hold a staff and whatnot. So I'm thinking about doing Elizabeth. She's very simple. She has a shirt, her little bow here. The hair is very easy. I can get her little earring and just a white skirt. It is very high slit, so that probably won't happen. I'll have to adjust that to go down because it's also very short. This is kind of what the back looks like. And then she just has like one stocking and a white and a black shoe. So also a very, if I'm in, hopefully I was in frame. So it is a very, very simple costume to make. So I'm thinking about making her in this form. And then, of course, in anime style, there's always an ultimate outfit. So for her, she is, oh, I don't want to do any spoilers. So if you haven't seen the anime and you don't want spoilers, you can skip. I will put the little link to where you can skip to. But I want to do her goddess form, which is essentially an angel, and then she has like four big wings, and then a very simple white dress with a red bow kind of thing. So this is also a very simple one. I also saw this one. I don't know if it's like a fan fiction, like somebody drew it, but it also is really pretty, and I think that'd be kind of nice to have like little extra details. I love the gold detail, and maybe I can make that and it'll be a little extra since the one from the anime is very plain. So this one might be a little bit more complicated because I will basically be having to make wings, but my friend has a wing pattern, so, and she's been dying to use it, so hopefully we can maybe tag team that. So if this one doesn't happen, it's not a big deal. I will definitely have the basic one to do. She has a lot of different outfits, but I think between those two will be good. So yeah, let's do a little sketching. I'll show you what I do. Alright, so I usually leave this page for reference photos. I haven't printed any of them out. I'm essentially going to be sketching Elizabeth today, so I will put her here. So this is kind of like my idea book, essentially. So I haven't sketched in a very long time, so hopefully this comes out okay. She does have very long hair. Not too long. Not as long as like some other costumes I've done. And this one will probably definitely be good for the summertime. Just kind of got a side part here because it's like a halter top essentially. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll just draw her hair straight down. Which is good because, I mean, it will basically be inside, but if I do go outside, then I won't be like sweating in my costume because a lot of costumes are basically very heavy, but this one will be pretty light. It's just essentially a halter top. And I am definitely not going for perfection here, but I just want to basically get the shapes of the clothing. I've never talked and drawn at the same time, so if I pause, that's because of that. Okay. So this seems like a very simple blouse. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons, and then it comes down to a V. Like so. And then she has another outfit. I kind of like that one too. I don't know. It's hard to choose when the character has so many cute little outfits and things, so it is gonna be quite difficult. Again, I'm definitely not as like tall and lanky as she is, so one thing about cosplays, in order to make things look correct to you have to make them proportionate to your body. So I'm not a tall girl, whereas Elizabeth is pretty sure she's pretty tall. So like a little sleeve on one side, on the opposite side, and so that goes up to here, and then it does come down pretty tightly, and then it flares out. So, and then we'll just hide the other arm like so. So don't judge my skills. I haven't drawn in a very long time, but this is essentially what I do. And then I kind of go into detail. So the main colors. And then she has a black and white shoe. Oh my gosh, I'm like adding extra letters. I can't speak and draw and stuff. Alright, so that is basically her. We're still doing good on time. And so those are the main colors. I think for her skirt, I definitely don't want it to be like straight cotton, because cotton wrinkles very easily and I'll be sitting quite a bit. So the skirt fabric will obviously be white, and I want to try to find like a twill fabric. And basically a twill fabric is kind of, it can be like a synthetic, like polyester, or a blend of cotton polyester would be nice, but it also has, it's not like completely solid. It usually has like a little pattern to it, which I kind of prefer because it kind of makes it look more natural than just having everything like straight cotton and there's no dimension to it. When I first started cosplaying, I had a lot of that, which is not an issue, but when I started to branch out into different fabrics, I think the ones with like a little bit of like a woven pattern kind of look very nice and add like a little detail to it. So then her shirt and sleeve, that's gonna be navy, and I'd also like, I feel like it's very tight on her, so maybe like some kind of spandex blend, like not completely like stretchy, but has some kind of stretch to it, so that way it can be a little bit more form-fitting to my body. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons, and they look to be white, so white buttons, and at least 4. Honestly, there's probably maybe 2 more, but at least 4 that I can see. I might look at more reference photos because I'm just looking at a figure that I got, so I will also be printing some photos for more reference. And then her hair color is kind of like a gray blue, and that I have to buy the wig. I usually buy my wigs from Amazon, or, well, Amazon's pretty recent, but I usually buy them from eBay. And then she also has like an accessory, which is her earring. And it's only one earring, and I'm pretty sure that like they sell that online, so that's fine. And then the pink bow is probably going to be a twill pink. Twill of some kind. I don't know. Could be cotton or poly. I want to keep this pretty light because it's going to be summertime, so I want it to be breathable. So that's pretty much it, I think. She does have blue eyes, and I like buying contacts, so I'll need blue contacts. And yeah, so that's pretty much it in terms of how I kind of go about it. I break it all down, I draw her out, and the next thing I'll do is I will do sketches of like each individual piece for the pattern. I will draw a little bit of the back. So this is basically her. It's just like that, and then it comes to be like a halter. So it's pretty simple. That kind of goes pretty deep. So it's more like this. Yeah, and then I'll have to purchase a pair of black and white shoes. I might, there are some websites online. I believe one of them is called Easy Cosplay, like E and Z and Cosplay, that have like a bunch of different costumes. You could always purchase them from there if you're really interested in cosplaying. They're pretty good, it seems. I will definitely link more shops down below that are good that you can just buy costumes off of, but I really enjoy sewing and creating my costumes to fit me, and this is basically how I plan everything. And then from here I will either pattern my own patterns for each individual clothing item, or I will go into Joann's and see if I can find similar patterns to what I'm looking for. I will probably end up doing that because these are pretty basic items, and I've been fluctuating with my weight, so I'm not really sure what exact style and what exact pattern that I'll need, so I'll definitely have to measure myself in order to get those patterns. Maybe I'll do a vlog of me going to Joann's. Let me know down below if that be something you're interested in. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do, and I'm pretty excited. I want to get at least those 2 costumes done in addition to having my card captor costume. I'm going to be remaking her wand out of plastic, because since we have a 3D printer, we found a pattern for her wand, and I'm very, very excited. So hopefully I can document that one as well for you guys. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. That is all for my video. I know this is a little bit more of a chatty video. I hope that you learned something, and I will definitely put some resources that I use when I'm planning cosplay also linked down below. So if you are thinking about planning out a cosplay, I hope that this helped. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe if you are not already subscribed. I do I do a lot of budgeting videos like cash stuffing and budget with me's, weekly check-ins, but I also enjoy doing cosplay, and I am eager to share more of that with you. So if that's something you're interested in, please hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in my next video, which will be my cash stuffing on Sunday. So take care, and I will talk to you later. Bye!